The real cause of erectile dysfunction isn't testosterone or age. It's something deeper, something fixable. You've been told to pop a pill, but the truth lies in your blood flow, your breathing, and your lifestyle. This isn't a quick fix. It's the full truth, backed by science. Stay with me, because what you're about to hear could change your life forever. Erectile dysfunction, or commonly known as male weakness, is not just a physical issue, it's also deeply misunderstood. If you are going through it, or if someone you care about is dealing with it, you already know how overwhelming the flood of information can be. You will hear so many opinions, half-truths, myths, and sometimes outright lies that it leaves most people completely confused. Some people will tell you it's all psychological, others will say it's purely hormonal. A few may push you toward medications or temporary solutions, but almost no one talks about permanently fixing the problem. And today, that's exactly what we are going to do. We're going to talk openly, honestly, and scientifically about erectile dysfunction. We're going to uncover why it happens, what's going on inside your body, and most importantly, what you can do to fix it, not just manage it temporarily. So, if you are ready to understand the full truth, stay tuned because what you are about to hear might just change your life. Let's start with the most commonly prescribed solution, Viagra. You've heard of it. Maybe you've used it. But the question is, how useful is Viagra really in treating erectile dysfunction? What exactly is going on in your body when you take it? And is it solving the root cause or just giving you a short-term boost? To understand this, we need to understand the physiology of an erection. At the core of this process lies a molecule that most people don't talk about enough, nitric oxide. Before we go deeper into science, let's clear up a major misconception. People often blame low testosterone as the primary cause of erectile dysfunction. And yes, testosterone plays a role, no doubt about that. It's important for your energy, libido, and overall male function. However, blaming testosterone alone is like blaming a single piece of a puzzle for the whole picture. Here's the surprising part. Some men with normal testosterone levels still face erectile dysfunction, while others with low levels do not. So clearly, testosterone is not the whole story. Now let's go back to nitric oxide, the real game changer. Nitric oxide is a molecule your body produces naturally. It plays a critical role in relaxing the blood vessels, allowing blood and oxygen to flow more freely. When it comes to sexual function, this is incredibly important. You see, an erection is fundamentally a blood flow event. Without proper blood circulation, nothing happens. What does Viagra actually do? It works by supporting this nitric oxide pathway. It doesn't create sexual desire or increase testosterone. What it does is help the blood vessels relax so blood can flow into the penis more easily. This helps in achieving and maintaining an erection, but only if the rest of the body is in the right condition to support it. Here's the catch. Viagra is not fixing the problem. It's assisting a failing system. If your body isn't producing enough nitric oxide, Viagra is only a crutch. It's like putting a bandage over a deep wound. Sooner or later, the real issue has to be addressed. Let's understand where nitric oxide comes from in the body. It's produced by endothelial cells. These are cells that line your blood vessels. When these cells are healthy, they produce sufficient nitric oxide. But if these cells are damaged or inflamed, production drops. And this leads to poor circulation, low oxygen delivery, and yes, you guessed it, erectile dysfunction. Now, here's another important fact. Research shows that as we age, our body's ability to produce nitric oxide decreases. By the age of 40, nitric oxide levels in the body can drop by as much as 50%. That's a huge decline, and it's one of the key reasons why so many men start experiencing erectile issues in their 40s and beyond. But the story doesn't end there. Let's talk about a condition called sleep apnea, a disorder where breathing stops repeatedly during sleep. People with this condition are up to 80% more likely to suffer from erectile dysfunction. Why? Because oxygen supply is repeatedly interrupted during the night, and this disrupts the nitric oxide pathway. Less oxygen means less nitric oxide, and less nitric oxide means poor sexual function. Another villain in this story is cortisol, the stress hormone. When you are stressed out, your cortisol levels rise, and this directly impacts the nitric oxide pathway. High cortisol not only lowers nitric oxide, but also reduces the body's ability to relax. And here's something most people don't realize. Erection only happens when your body is relaxed. That's right. Sexual function is tied to the parasympathetic nervous system, the system responsible for rest and relaxation. If your body is constantly in fight or flight mode due to stress, anxiety, or fear, erections become almost impossible. That's also why most men notice strong erections after sleep, because that's when the body is most relaxed. The nervous system is in a peaceful state, and nitric oxide is flowing naturally. Now, let's connect the dots even more. When nitric oxide drops, your testosterone production also gets affected. The hormone responsible for triggering testosterone is called luteinizing hormone, or LH. Nitric oxide supports the release of LH. So, if you are low in nitric oxide, chances are you are also low in testosterone. But the impact goes even deeper. Nitric oxide helps regulate your sleep quality, supports insulin sensitivity, and boosts blood circulation throughout the body. That's why people with diabetes, especially type 2 diabetes, are more likely to suffer from erectile dysfunction. High blood sugar levels damage the endothelial cells, disrupting nitric oxide production. And when that happens, not only does blood sugar control worsen, but sexual health also takes a direct hit. Let me say this clearly. If you are a diabetic, your chances of experiencing erectile dysfunction increase dramatically, simply because the nitric oxide system is under attack. So now that we understand the science and physiology, let's ask the big question. Can we naturally restore nitric oxide in the body? And the answer is absolutely yes. Let's talk about natural, science-backed ways to boost nitric oxide and restore healthy sexual function. Step 1. Breathe through your nose. This may sound too simple to be effective, but it's powerful. When you breathe through your nose, instead of your mouth, it increases nitric oxide levels in the body by up to 50%. That's not a small amount, and it costs nothing. So, practice nasal breathing during the day, and especially during sleep. Step 2. Exercise. Regularly. Exercise is one of the most powerful ways to support endothelial health. When you move your body, whether it's walking, jogging, swimming, or weightlifting, you stimulate blood flow. This mechanical motion signals the endothelial cells to produce more nitric oxide. In fact, regular aerobic exercise has been shown to significantly improve erectile function in men of all ages. Step 3. Eat nitrate-rich foods. Certain vegetables are rich in natural nitrates, which the body converts into nitric oxide. These include beetroot, spinach, radish, turnips, cabbage, and even celery. Incorporate these into your daily meals. Beets, for example, are a powerhouse of natural nitrates and are known to improve circulation and stamina. Step 4. Avoid sugar and alcohol. Yes, both sugar and alcohol are major culprits. They inflame the endothelial lining of the blood vessels, making it harder for the cells to produce nitric oxide. Excess sugar leads to insulin resistance, which damages the arteries. And alcohol, especially in excess, suppresses testosterone production and disrupts the sleep cycle. If you want to reclaim your sexual health, cutting down on these two is critical. Step 5. Improve sleep and reduce anxiety. As we said earlier, erections only happen when the body is relaxed. That means quality sleep is essential. Not just quantity, but deep, restorative sleep. Manage your stress through breathing exercises, mindfulness, and relaxation techniques. The more relaxed you are, the better your sexual function will be. This is a simple message, but backed by solid science. It's actionable, and most importantly, it gives people hope. So, to sum it all up, erectile dysfunction is not a mystery. It is a signal from your body that something deeper is off, whether it's low nitric oxide, stress, poor diet, lack of sleep, or chronic health conditions like diabetes. The root causes are all addressable. Viagra may help in the short term, but if you truly want to fix the issue, you need to restore your body's ability to produce and use nitric oxide naturally. This is the key to lasting sexual health, vitality, and confidence. Thank you for staying with us on this important journey. If you found this information valuable, don't forget to share it. Let others know that there's a real, natural way to overcome erectile dysfunction without side effects, without shame, and without relying on pills for life. This is the Lab Channel. Take care of yourself, and I'll see you in the next video.